Hello, everybody, and welcome to the John F. Kennedy Middle School Open House for the 2020 school year. I'm the school principal, Mr. Clark, and we are happy to be able to present an open house in a virtual manner this year. We would much prefer to have you all here in person, but with things as they are, we are still happy to try to present an open house for you and to show you a little bit about the school and to introduce you to some of the people here at school at John F. Kennedy. Just a couple short things about our school. We have 679 students here at JFK. 83% of our students receive Title I services, and you might ask what that is, and I'll explain that shortly because we have a short presentation on Title I services. As you know, we have a highly diverse student body here at JFK and in the Utica City School District. And JFK also is a school with a rich tradition and history in the greater Utica area. And the faculty and staff and the community is very proud of JFK and the students and the graduates that have come from this school and the tradition that JFK has. And we're happy that you're part of the tradition here at JFK. A lot of things available for you tonight here on the open house. We have multiple videos available on the Kennedy website. We have a tour of the school. We have a Meet Your School-Related Professionals video. We have the opportunity for you to visit all of your students' Google Classrooms tonight with their teachers. The teachers have all uploaded videos and short presentations on their classes and their expectations for the school year. And those are available to you tonight. So all you have to do is go on the Google Classrooms with your kids, and they'll show you to their teachers. And there'll be a short video for everybody. And also, there's a complete Title I presentation available on the website as well. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Karam, our Superintendent of Schools, as well as to all of the members of our Board of Education, Mr. Lulapola, Mr. Cardillo, Mr. Dawes, Mr. Salatino, Mr. Anthony Lapola, Mr. Hobaika, and Ms. Padula for all of their work, support, time, dedication in the cause for educating all of our students. So we would like to send a special thank you to our superintendent and to all of our Board of Education members. Just want to tell you a couple things about me just so you have an understanding of where I come from and how I approach issues when it comes to students in school. I was a guidance counselor and a coach for many years, and as a principal now, my role is pretty much the same. I pretty much look at ways to guide and help students, and my role as a principal has not changed that at all. I still look at ways to look at each student individually and to look at ways to help them improve individually and create action plans for improvement and plans for every student. Because of all of our students here, 679 students, every single one of our students is on a different path, and my goal is to help you find that path and the support that you need to get there. So I am happy to work here as the principal at John F. Kennedy, and my goal for you, quite simply, is to make you successful when you get out of school, to help you be successful. The popular term right now is college and career ready. That is the popular term, and that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that whenever you get out of school, that you have the tools and the skills in order to be successful. I did want to tell you what I do like about school. The things I love about school are the things that we can't do right now. I like to see the students. I like to go to games. I like to go to concerts. I like to participate in the after-school activities. Love to see students in the hallway. To me, that's the fun part of the job. And right now, the fact that we can't do those things is kind of a bummer. I know not just for me, but for all of the teachers and the professional staff here at school. And the most important thing I like to see is I like to see kids happy and to be doing their best and to have good days every day that they come to school. And that's my goal in working with my students. My expectations for all of my students are several things. One thing I do expect of all my students is attendance. Attendance is, I expect every student to be in attendance for all of their Google Classrooms every day on time and ready to go, and to attend during your class time. It's part of the word attendance is attend. So not only to be in your Google Classroom every day, but also to be awake, ready to go, fully participating in the lesson as much as they can. I always tell students the number one key to success in school is attendance, and there's a lot of background and data and studies that show that attendance is a huge part of school success. I do expect all of our students to have good grades and to do well in school and to give it their best shot. But most importantly, I expect all of our students to be good people. Okay, I always tell the kids, I want you to be exactly like your grandmother or your little brother or sister, or somebody that you really care about would be proud to look at. Okay, and that's really how I view things with the kids here at school. And I'd always tell kids, if you can do these three things, if you can come to school, if you can give it your best shot and get good grades and be the best person you can, you'll be well on your way to being successful in whatever you choose to do. A couple of short slides about Title I. Title I is part of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. These funds help educators improve teaching and learning for New York State students in economically disadvantaged communities. And each district and school receiving Title I funding is expected to make adequate yearly progress towards state set academic standards. It's goal setting for schools, okay? And you might ask, well, how does that affect my student or my son or my daughter? And all students in school really receive these services. All students receive a math lab or an ELA lab. They might participate in after-school tutoring, which we have a lot of, and a lot of other programs as well that benefit students. And these are a listing of some of the things that help provide programming for Title I funding: academic intervention services, math lab, ELA lab, ELT, extended learning time, which is after school help, iReady program, which is our online benchmark testing to see if students are making progress in their different subjects. It also pays for teacher assistants, math facilitators, AAS specialists, professional development for teachers, and for parent involvement and engagement activities. These are all part of Title I funding. The most important part of Title I is parental involvement, and we encourage and welcome parent involvement every day. Okay, there's several things that we do. We do parent notification of AIS services, and that letter should be going home shortly if it hasn't gone home already. You will get AIS progress reports 4 times a year, parent conferences at least 2 times per year, and you will get multiple phone calls from school staff to help you and your student out during the school year. As I know already that we've made a lot of phone calls and a lot of outreach to parents and students to try to help them out under these difficult situations. Okay. There's a slide here for questions. All right. I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you. It is there for you to review if you need it. We just ask that if you have a problem or a question that you call the school here first at John F. Kennedy, and we'll do our best to help you out. The staff here is very good at reaching out and helping our students and the families. I did want to make a couple notes about extracurricular activities. Even though we're in a virtual mode right now, remote mode, John F. Kennedy Middle School still has extracurricular activities. Even during remote learning, there's a listing of them there. There's also, I believe, something on the open house here with a further description of all of these things. If you have a question, you can always contact the school. Your guidance counselor is the point person to help you with those things. And I'm going to put their phone numbers up here in just a minute. Sports right now, we are still planning on competing even though everything has been delayed. Mr. Minicozy, who's our athletic manager, has given me the instructions for you to sign up for sports, which tentatively right now are scheduled to begin on November 30th. Okay, and there's a listing of the sports and the directions for the signups. Okay, so you can go ahead and start to do that to get signed up for the sports for the school year. Everything has been packed into basically the second half of the school year, but we're still hopeful that everything will be offered. Parent conferences right now. We are at week 5 of the school year, so very shortly the progress reports for the first quarter will be coming out. At that point, we'll have some data to really talk about with the parents. To set up a conference, those are the guidance counselor names and emails and phone numbers, and they will help you set up a Zoom meeting or a different mode, perhaps a phone conference, whatever works best for you, to discuss the progress of your son or daughter and an action plan to try to get them going in a positive direction. Okay, so that's their contact information. Also, I just wanted to add a slide about contacting some of the people here at school. There's the number for the main office, the attendance office. So if you have notes for attendance that you'd like to send in, that's where you would send them. Social worker and the school nurse. Okay. So in conclusion, I'd like to tell everybody to have a great open house, and I really look forward to meeting everybody in person sometime soon. This is a different job without having the kids here, and I have to let you know that the faculty and staff here at John F. Kennedy have worked countless amounts of hours to provide a quality product to our students during this remote learning time. And we're hopeful and that we can have our students back here sometime soon. Okay, so have a great open house. My contact information is right there, and you can contact me anytime. Have a good night.